Hello everyone, welcome back. Zargot here, jumping into an Ixalan draft tonight. Let's see what we got in our first pack. Looks like we got the Rampaging Raptor here. Kind of a cool rare. I haven't had the chance to play with this card. Pretty sweet though, 3/3 menace, kind of punches your opponent for playing creatures. Also got Fiery Candidate, which is an excellent removal spell. Hammer Skull is pretty good too. Really wouldn't fault anyone for taking Hammer Skull, but I kind of want to take the Raptor here. Just kind of try this guy out, see how he works. Plus a 3/3 menace for 3 is pretty good. Okay, now here we've got not another red card I'm kind of interested in. The Scoundrels is pretty strong, however. The Mythic, it's not really anything we're looking at right now. The Arsonist, probably not going to grab there, but I like the Scoundrels just because black-red can be pretty aggressive. And this is a very aggressive 2-drop with the Raptor being a very aggressive 3-drop as well. Okay, and nothing too crazy here. I mean, the Terror is pretty decent. We could just take the Hoarder just to go with our black pick. And it does kind of ramp you and allows you to have access to treasure tokens for splashing, possibly. Not an exciting pick. I mean, there are other strong cards here, but I do kind of want to stay on the black-red sort of aggro path. Okay, here we've got a Castaways, which doesn't pair terribly with the pirate here that makes the tokens, but I kind of feel like we might want to grab the Looter here. It is splashable. Again, the pirate does allow us access to tokens, and the Looter is just very, very strong as well. And we could end up being black-red pirates, so I think that'll probably be our pick here. Okay, here, not rare as the Amulet, probably nothing we're really interested in. There's a Tormentor, Fireshrine Keeper, Thrasher Raptors. Let's see. I mean, we do have the Fercerodon already, so maybe the Thrash is pretty good. I think we'll go ahead and take the Tormentor here, though. Here we go. We've got a Tilonali's Knight. That's an excellent pickup. It's a good 2-drop. It also goes with the Rampaging. Our rare is really not playable in this particular deck, and the Pyromancer will probably wheel. Okay, here we got a Pyromancer or the Firefleet. Or excuse me, the Firebrand. Firebrand is excellent. That's exactly the 2-drop you want for these black-red aggressive decks. We're happy to grab that. I got a Buccaneers or Sure Strike. Dousing Dagger is not really anything we're looking to this deck. It kind of gives your opponent blockers. Sure Strike's an excellent combat trick, especially with our menace creatures. Okay, here we've got we can take a Hijack or Costly Plunder. Those are okay. Maybe more sideboard. Also good to take the Conquistador. I think we'll grab him. He's pretty aggressive. Here, not a ton for us. We'll take the Fireshrine Keeper, I think. These are okay as a one-off. Plus it is menace and it activates your raid creatures. Not much here. Probably just take a Prying Blade, maybe. Okay, we can take we can take the Shores for the board. Okay, not gonna play any of these cards. Take the Keeper. And another, I guess we can take a Hijack here. This might actually make the cut. Aggressive decks do want to hijack from time to time. Not a ton here, a lot of good blue cards. Wow, ton of good blue cards here. So for us, we can take the Blast or the Bloodletter. We're not a vampire deck, so I think the Blast is probably good, but a lot of good blue cards in this pack. Okay, here there's a Seeker, which is very, very good, but we're not vampires. It's a decent creature, but I think I'm going to err in the way of removal. I think this is important to clear out big blockers early game against our aggressive creatures. Oh wow, okay. There we go. That is a good piece of removal. Contempt is fantastic. Easy pick here. Another Scoundrels. All right. There's also Raptors, but Scoundrels just allows us to continue to be very aggressive. Go ahead and pop the Looter out here. Probably not going to play this guy, but we'll see. Okay, here, not a ton for us. The vehicle is probably pretty decent in case we kind of stall out in late game, so we'll grab that. Okay, Contract Killing. That's an easy pick here. There's other cards worth consideration. The Heartstopper is okay, but Contract Killing is a good piece of removal. We are able to make a few tokens. I think we'll throw the Looter back, and we might be able to splash this guy after all. Okay, here we've got another Firebrand or the Interloper. We've got a lot of 2-drops, not a lot going on in our 4 and 5 slots. I think we're just going to go ahead and take the 4-drop here. It is Menace again, which is allowing us to be a little more aggressive. Not a ton here. We'll just take the rare land. That's fine. Heartstopper. Okay, we did want to grab one of those. Does help us push through more defensive creatures. Probably side out the Conquistador. Okay, we'll take another 4-drop. That's fine. Oh, Sun Crown. That's a good late game. Okay, well, more hijacks. Okay, we'll just take the foil rare. It's fine. Not going to play anything else there. Okay, we'll take a Ryle. Probably not going to play this. Okay, what have we got here? We got a Bonded Horncrest or a Skullduggery. We're pretty aggressive, and this card does allow us to continue to do that. I think we're probably going to take the Horncrest. Yeah, that just seems pretty aggressive. We want these sort of cards for our deck. We may wheel one of the black cards. Wow, okay. We got the Tyrant here. I mean, we could take the Unfriendly Fire, but we've got a Contract Killing and a some other token enablers here. I think we'll take the Tyrant. If we pick up another Contract Killing, we might actually be able to play this card. And I think there's nothing else crazy in the pack. We've got a lot of good removal. I don't think we're missing anything by passing up an Unfriendly Fire. Yeah, if we get another Contract Killing, we definitely will splash this Tyrant in. That's a big beater. Oh wow, and a Sword Tooth. Jeez, I kind of want to take that here. No, I think we're probably fine. I mean, Sword Tooth is very strong, and it is fairly easily splashable, but I think maybe we want to take the Skullduggery here, just because it is a cheap piece of removal, and it combos well with our inexpensive creatures. Yeah, I think we're just going to stay disciplined and grab the Skullduggery here. Dark Nourishment. Okay, that's a fine piece of removal. Wow. It's a late Branch Walker. Yep, but we'll take Dark Nourishment. This is just fine here. You know, it allows us to pick off creatures late game. Might wheel the Pyromancer. Okay, here, we can take March of the Drown. We have a couple pirates. I mean, that might not be the best. I don't really like the Cutthroat very much, so we'll take the March for the sideboard. Okay, here we got Dinosaur Stampede, got another Tormentor or a Pyromancer. We've seen a lot of Pyromancers. I feel like we're probably going to wheel this, so I think we'll take the Tormentor. Plays good with our aggressive deck here. Okay, we got a Pyromancer or a Ixalan's Knight. We have a lot of 2-drops, you know, just a few dinos, not a ton of dinos here. So I think we'll take our first Pyromancer. Okay, another Pyromancer. Well, I don't think we're going to play 2. We'll just grab a Nest Robber for the board. And there's a dual shot we probably want one of. Yeah, we'll take the rare. We're not going to play that. Buccaneers. Okay, that's a fine 4-drop. It's aggressive. It does have haste, so that's a good card for our deck here. Probably take out the looter. I don't think we're going to be splashing anything this game. Let's grab the rare. We're not going to play any of these cards. Okay, nothing for our deck. Okay, nothing else. Oh, Stampede. Well, this is actually a fine wheel. We might actually have games where we want this card in our deck, so that's a fine sideboard card. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we got pretty aggressive card here. We're not going to play the Stampede in the main deck. We do need to make a cut. I don't think we want the Nest Robber. We're not going to be able to splash the Tyrant. What do we want to take out here? I kind of like having the 1 hijack in the deck just because it does allow you to push through damage later in the game. Guess we can take out the Interloper. I think that's probably fine. I mean, 14 creatures. We have the Dreadnought. Got a lot of good removal for this deck here. I think that's probably fine right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and add some lands. Go ahead and switch this to 8 and 9. Yeah, just since we have a couple double red spells here, we'll error into more red sources. Okay. All right, everyone. Welcome to round 1. Looks like our opponent won the die roll. Okay, we've got a couple 2-drops here, piece of removal, plenty of lands. This is a good keep. Opponent's playing green, Skullduggery. That's a good cheap removal spell here, especially since we don't have a 3-drop just yet. Allows us to play 2-drop and an interactive spell on our following turn. Ooh, Scoundrels. This is a good play here. Let us get aggressive right out of the gates. Opponent might be playing Merfolk. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's a good play. Tap down our Scoundrels. Kind of slows us down. Alright, we're going to keep on the removal path here. So I think play the Firebrand just so we can push through some damage, or at least represent that. Hold up Skullduggery here. Jade Guardian, well, that's pretty good against all of our removal that we have plenty of in our hand, but not a problem. I think we still have a lot of aggression. No attacks from our opponent. Missing our land drop. What would we like to do here? I don't think we want to attack with the Scoundrels and ramp our opponent. I suppose we could, and we could use Skullduggery. Yeah, we'll send everything in. Let's see how our opponent blocks here. Gonna block. Gonna double block. So, looks like we are able to... Yeah, looks like we're actually able to use Skullduggery to go ahead and clear the board here. I think that's a fine deal for us. Yeah, that seems pretty good. We can go ahead and bring their total toughness down to 4 and bump our power up. Yeah, and get an extra point of damage in here. Yeah, that seems just fine. Okay. Perfect, and then we'll go ahead and set another 2-drop down. See if our opponent has anything to kind of punish us with those tokens. That's not too bad. We do have Contract Killing. Of course, we need to hit some land drops before that's really a good play. We're gonna have to skip here. See if our opponent has any more aggression. Okay, opponent's going to get aggressive on us. That makes sense. And Storm Sculptor. That's actually a good play for us. I'm not. Yeah, I guess they were kind of looking to go all in. Oh wow. Okay. Wow, we really did it here. Okay. Well, we definitely got to punish our opponent there. That seems a little bit greedy for them. But now we're happy to go ahead and play the Buccaneers here. We can get really aggressive against our opponent. And land, that's fine. We actually wanted one more land for Contract Killing, especially since we know they're going to go ahead and slam the Air Elemental. Go ahead and get in for our damage here. Drop our opponent down to 11, and go ahead and send it back. We're looking pretty good now. We got removal for their big drop. We got a big creature for later in the game if they don't stick that. They might have a counter spell here, but they only have 1 card in hand, so there's really no reason not to try and Contract Kill this. Okay, our opponent concedes. Yeah, they must have had land or nothing really that interactive. Sideboarding, I don't think there's anything we want to trade here. I mean, we could pull in Hijack maybe. I mean, but I really don't see a reason to put anything in here. I mean, our creatures are pretty big. I don't think we need to lower our curve. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we'll just send this back the way it is. There's really no reason to change anything in the deck. Okay. This is a slower hand, but I think we'll keep it. I mean, we're on the draw. We're going to see another card here. Okay. Land. Well, we don't want to see too much more land. I would rather see a 2-drop, but we can still hit a 2-drop on our following turn. All right. Our opponent's playing some Merfolk here. All right. Oh, more land. Okay. Well, we can cast everything on our deck now. So if we don't hit any more lands, we'll be looking pretty good here. Opponent's going to get in for a couple points. No follow-up. That's good for us. Dark Nourish. That's not the card we wanted to draw there, but that's okay. A couple more points from our opponent. And big old brick there. Okay. Alright, we do need to stop drawing land, but we'll go ahead and play our creature here. See how he explores. For Ceradon, I think... I don't know. Maybe we don't want to draw this. Yeah. I mean, it is Menace. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. I mean, the odds are good that we don't have anything else we'll draw. At least this will give us a creature we can kind of cast. A couple Menace creatures are good. Oh, our opponent's getting aggressive here. That's actually good for us. We're not gonna trade with the Merfolk. Ah, okay. Our opponent does have Boon on their deck, so we get a little punish there. So do we want to try to move on to their creatures? I mean, we can play the Horncrest. It doesn't really do anything. We can play the Raptor here. Maybe it's just better to try and Dark Nourish. I think we need to go ahead and get a creature down. Yeah, I think we're just gonna probably have to block here. Yeah, we can't keep taking damage. This is a lot of damage. So maybe go ahead and try to block here, see if we can blow out our opponent with Skullduggery. They have a lot of cards in hand, so they might have a combat trick here. Something like Dive Down or another Boon. Or Crash the Ramparts. Okay. Well, still, I don't think there's any reason why we wouldn't block there. I mean, we really needed the opportunity to kind of soak up some damage. This is not looking great for us here. Vraska's Contempt, that's not a bad draw. Again, our opponent still has a blue open, though. I'm a little worried, but see if we can get this creature off the board. Okay, they did have Dive Down. Well, that made our hand far, far worse. Okay. Yeah, our opponent's going to get in for 6 here. And okay, that's good. All right, let's go to sideboarding here. So any switches we want to make? I think we could take out the Fire Shrine Keeper, put in the Heartstopper. This might be a better play since our opponent could possibly be a little more aggressive than we thought. If anything, it does push through their big blocker. I think we'll take out the Interloper and put it in the Nest Driver just to be a little more aggressive as well. Okay, we'll be on the play. And this is, again, a little bit of a slower hand, but I think we'll keep it. We do have 2 3-drops, and we may still draw a 2-drop on the following turn. We've got a good piece of removal. Skullduggery, okay. Not a 2-drop, but that's a fine draw there. Okay, Skullduggery is much better when our opponent's playing the Shaper's Apprentice. I think we'll play the Raptor here. No attacks from our opponent. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and get our attack in. Let's see if we can get the Tormentor to go ahead and activate. Calls to our opponent a card. There's really no reason not to. Hold up Skullduggery here. Yeah, we'll take a point of damage. That's not a big problem. And they discarded the Sculptor. Probably a good move. Jade Guardian. Okay. Definitely a hard card for our deck to deal with. Okay, I think it's time to send everything in, see if we can blow out our opponent with Skullduggery. So do we want to save our creature? I don't think so. I think we just want to go ahead and stick the Pyromancer, just get a few more points in, have another creature on the board. Perfect. Okay, our opponent's going to send a few points in here. I don't think we're going to trade. We're happy to keep our attackers. That's a big blocker. We might just have to use Contempt here. We also could play our Direfleet and use Skullduggery to clear the way from that creature. But our opponent's represented one below, so they might have Dive Down. Yeah, let's play this guy, see what we hit. Fire Cannon Blast? I think that's probably good enough to keep on top. I think we'll attack with both. Even our opponent does have Dive Down. We won't lose our creature. At least we'll get that out of their hand. Okay, and they did not. So that's good for us. We're in a very good position to win this game now. We've got a premium piece of removal on our hand. Okay, we're going to put our guy back on top of our deck. That's not a problem. Yeah, we'll go ahead and send both in. We're fine to trade our Pyromancer here. And our opponent concedes. Okay, well, our deck's doing pretty good here. We're off to a good start. We will see everyone in match number 2. Alright everyone, welcome to match 2. Looks like our opponents won the die roll again here. Okay, a lot of land, but we do have 2 2-drops. I think this is a fine keep. We can cast everything in our deck with this hand. Opponent's playing white. Okay, we drew a 4-drop. Not a bad draw there. Treasure Map. Okay, so this is just a card drawing engine for our opponent. Let's see if we can be aggressive enough to allow this card not to be too impactful. Go ahead and get our knight out here. Nothing from our opponent. I don't want to see too much more land. Go ahead and get in for a couple points. And we'll go ahead and play the Dire Fleet here. Opponent's going to go ahead and scry. Alright, you get a token on their artifact there. Okay. Maybe they're playing red-white dinos? Oh, more land. Okay, well, we can cast every spell in our deck a couple times now. See what we get here. More land. Oh, goodness. So, 9 land so far. Really no attacks this turn. Okay, that's a big creature. Our opponent's getting very aggressive now. I don't think we're going to block anything here. Let's see what we draw. The tracker, that's really not going to do too much. I guess we could send in the Dire Fleet, get a couple points against our opponent, play the tracker, get a card out of their hand, and we're probably going to have to block the Monstrosaur this turn. Okay, and they got the, are they playing vampires or just using for contract or combat trick, I would assume. Oh my goodness. Our opponent is extremely aggressive. The Aerosaur, I love that card. Aerosaur and Monstrosaur in the same deck, that's just a beating. So we're gonna go to 3 here. I don't think there's a way for us to get out of this now. Let's see, we draw more land. Okay, yeah, way too much land. The flood was real. Let's go ahead and move to sideboarding. I'm gonna draw a big creature next turn. Okay, so do we want to make any changes here? I mean, our opponent's very aggressive. I don't think the Fire Shrine's going to be very good. We put the Heartstopper in, that's just a good piece of removal. Kind of discourages some of these bigger ground creatures. Don't take anything else out here on the 3 slot, maybe. I suppose we could take out the Pyromancer, maybe. I mean, they had a lot of 3+ toughness creatures. What will we put in? Another Hijack? No, I think this is fine. We're going to play this deck like this. Would have to be on the play. Okay, we got a 1/2 drop. We got a big drop. We got a good piece for removal. I think this is a fine keep. Okay, go ahead and get the Heartstopper out. Okay, great. Go ahead and get on our point here. I think we'll probably just play. Let's just play the knight. If we hit our dino on our, if we draw the dino next turn, we'll be able to get a little more aggressive, a little more damage in. Okay, opponent's got the map again. Let's see if they can turn on the draw engine this game. Okay, no land. It's a little tough. We definitely want to hit a land drop here, but we'll go ahead and get in for our damage. Okay, and go ahead and get out our Dire Fleet Hoarder and just send it back to our opponent. Okay, that kind of breaks. Well, no, they didn't. They weren't able to raid it. So, okay, Scoundrels is not a bad draw. Again, I'd just rather have some land. I guess the question is, do they have the combat trick? And we can send Heartstopper and the Knight. Maybe we just send the Heartstopper. We'll send both. If they have a combat trick, it's probably best to get it out of their hand now. We're gonna go ahead and block. Do they have any tricks here? Yeah, okay. Alright, well at least we got that out of their hand. We'll go ahead and play the Scoundrels, which is probably going to be a lot better now that they don't have the Zeal in hand. And okay, they're just going to go ahead and use their map. Okay, they liked what they saw, so they left that on top. Okay, see what our opponent has this turn. Armosaur, okay. See if we can draw a swamp here and kind of clear that out of the way. That's going to be a little bit of an issue for us. Or we can draw Vanquish the Weak. That's a fine solution to that card as well. So do we want to go ahead and remove prior to combat, or do we want to send everything in, see if our opponent go ahead and tries to set up a double block against these Scoundrels? could get more damage in just by using Vanquish the Weak now. Yeah, I think that's probably better. We just want to stay aggressive. Give our opponent no reason to really block here. Favorably, that is. Have to hold back the Dire Fleet. There's really no reason to send him to the slaughter just yet. Okay, got our opponent down to 8 here. Looking a lot better this game. With the Raptor. Okay. Luckily that trades with everything. Still no land. Suppose we could kind of send the same attacks. Maybe we just send the Knight in. Yeah, I don't really want to trade the Scoundrels for the Raptor here. That's our most aggressive creature, and we're not drawing any lands. Okay, our opponent's just going to go ahead and take 2. Not a problem. Suppose if they want to attack, I'm going to turn the map. And let's see here. Okay, they liked it. They liked that card as well. They did put it on the top. Maybe they drew their Monstrosaur. Aerosaur. Okay. They're going to go ahead and bump the Raptor. And bump this guy. No attacks. Okay, our opponent's just getting another blocker on the field there, which makes sense. Can't really be too aggressive. Sure Strike. That's a pretty good draw. I think at this point maybe we could send everything. Our opponent's going to chump, or he's going to block our Dire Fleet with the first strike. I don't think we want to trade Sure Strike for that, but I think we just need to go ahead and probably just get in with everything here, start clearing out their board, getting our points of damage in, and setting ourselves up to kind of maybe finish this game with Dark Nourishment or the Pyromancer. Yeah, and they're going to get to start drawing some cards next turn, it looks like. Yeah, we'll just send in the Knight here. See if they want to trade. Ooh, okay. That's actually excellent. We're happy to go ahead and trade Sure Strike for the Aerosaur. Okay, that was a good trade there. We're very pleased with that. Okay, our opponent's going to go ahead and use the treasure map. It's activated now. Okay, they've got a big creature here. That's just a big blocker. Okay, we did hit a land. That is perfect timing. Probably just want to go ahead and contempt the Sun Crown. Let's see what our opponent plays. They might even get aggressive here, in which case then we could end a turn contempt one of their creatures and get a lot of, and be able to go ahead and get in for the for a few extra points of damage on the following turn. Horncrest. All right. Our opponent's definitely putting up some big walls here. I still think we're going to go ahead and pull the Sun Crown off. I think that card needs to go away. The Horncrest definitely gets worse the more creatures we remove from our opponent's board. And still no land, but that's not a terrible draw. Don't think we can really attack with anything. They're just going to, well, they have to block. You know, I guess we'll go ahead and send this guy in here. There's really no reason. They'll have to double block. We're going to get to kill one of their creatures no matter what. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get this first strike guy off the board. I mean, it's not the best trade ever, but at least our 2/1 now does have some value. And now we can go ahead and get that last card out of their hand. Well, I suppose they probably can just draw a card in response, but still, keep them off one extra card in the hand. Okay, got the Roar. Probably nothing they're going to be able to use too much this game, but it still is a spell. Alright, dropping a 2-drop here. Wow, opponent, looks like our opponent was White-Red Dinos. They got some good cards here. Okay, got another Scoundrels. Well, we can definitely start getting pretty aggressive. It'd be fantastic just to hit another land drop here. Suppose we can go ahead and send the Hoarder in to his death. I think we can just attack with these two. Let's see how our opponent blocks. Okay, so we're going to get the trade. We'll get our token. we'll be able to, we can play the Pyromancer and go ahead and get rid of their last blocker. And we could Dark Nourish this guy if we want to get him off the board. It's kind of a tough choice. Yeah, I think... No, I think we want to go ahead and we'll get another creature on the board here with the Pyromancer, and we'll clear out their blocker. And if they don't draw another creature, then they won't have any defenders for the following turn. I mean, they're going to get to draw a couple cards here with their Treasure Cove, but we'll see what they get. And we still have Dark Nourish if we hit a okay, well, that's a big blocker. Okay, all right. Well, there's our land. Yeah, I don't think we have any attacks. Go ahead and play the Scoundrels here. We could have held up Dark Nourishment and just kind of gone at our opponent's face with that one. I'm not too keen on sending the Scoundrels in though until we're able to kind of alpha strike our opponent, because they've just got the Cove. They're going to get so much. Okay, that's actually a good draw. Now we can play our own Sun Crown. This is going to allow us to get a minimum of 2 damage in and pull one of their big creatures off the board. Okay, let's see here. So I guess actually as it stands, we do have our opponent dead on board. We can send everything in. No matter how they block, they're going to take 3, and we have Dark Nourishment to do the other 3. Unless they have some way to gain life, or I suppose they could have removal spell in hand, but we really have no reason not to attack. We've got so much health points here. Our opponent's so low. So we're going to double block there, block here. It's going to allow us to get 5 through. If they don't have any tricks, we're going to be able to nourish them. And we're going to go ahead and do nourish in response to the tokens. That way they're not able to draw anything off the Cove. Okay, perfect. We got that game. Let's go to sideboarding here. Okay, I think we're going to throw Hijack in now that we know our opponent has a lot of big creatures. It's probably going to be a lot more valuable. Take out the Buccaneers. No. What can we side out here? I suppose we could take out a land. I mean, we're going to be on the draw. Maybe that's the right move. I mean, we have a lot of high drops, though. I don't like that. Let's go ahead and cut a Tormentor. I don't think this card's as good against our opponent. Yeah, I think that's probably the play. All right, let's send this one back. Okay, let's see what we get in our opening hand. 2-drop, 4-drop, plenty of land, got a good piece of removal. I think this is a fine keep. Okay, a little more land. I would have preferred that to be a swamp, but not a problem. We do have 6 drops in our deck. Okay, get the Firebrand out. And the Raptor. No, that definitely... our Vanquish the Week's not doing much against the Raptor there. But I think we'll probably just offer the trade, the Firebrand for the Raptor here. I'm completely fine if our opponent would like to make that trade. Okay, so they may not have a very aggressive hand since they're willing to kind of trade, you know, their 4-power creature for R2, because they could have, or they just have a hand full of these guys. Okay. You know, again, Vanquish the Week's not doing much here against our opponent, but I think it'll still get some value later. Pyromancer, yeah, actually, that's pretty good, actually, because we can go ahead and next turn send this Menace creature in, and then go ahead and blow out their Raptor there. That seems pretty good. And opponent's going to go ahead and get another 4 damage. Perfect. So hopefully they won't play 2 creatures, so we can trigger raid next turn with our Pyromancer. Ooh. Well, perhaps we want to clear this out with our Pyromancer. That's certainly, yeah, okay. And they were able to explore. What do they got here? The Vampire Zeal. Okay, since our opponent has Zeal, I think it's very important to go ahead and clear out. I think we can clear out the Raptor here. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and get rid of the Raptor, and then we might be able to sort of 2-for-1 our opponent with the Vanquish the Weak. Since they do have the first strike creature, they're going to block pretty aggressively with that, and then be able to use their Vampire's Zeal. Dinos, okay. Okay, our opponent's going to attack. Yeah, we're fine to take some damage here, not a problem. See what they have. Ah, great, our opponent is tapped out here. So that's pretty good for us. Let's see, we'll go ahead and get in for a couple points. So do we want to go ahead and remove this guy or play the ship maybe? Yeah, I kind of like playing the vehicle here. That's pretty good. That's going to allow us to block the raptors with our pyromancer. That might have been the wrong play, but okay, no, I held our opponent back. Okay, we've got a hijack here, so let's see. I don't think we have any attacks this turn. I mean, we could hijack their creature, but I don't. That seems way too aggressive. I think we're just gonna ship it. See if we can get that interaction with the Vanquish the Weak. No. Okay. Well, we'll do a second black source. That's pretty good. Now we have Contempt online. So we could ship it back to our opponent again. Set up Contempt and a turn to get rid of the Sun Crown. That seems pretty good. Okay. More land. I guess we go ahead and play our own Sun Crown here. Okay. Yeah, we're in a pretty good position now to go ahead and get some attacks in the following turn. Okay. I guess it's just some crowns for everyone here. Well, that does make our hijack a little bit more valuable now. So do we want to hijack their Sun Crown? Go ahead and get really aggressive this turn? It seems pretty good. Okay, so what do we want to send in? This one gets in the Dust Legion with 2 Sun Crown. That is very good. Our opponent's going to have to make some blocks that way. Yeah, that seems pretty decent. And then the Dire Fleet, they're not going to block this, so that's some guaranteed damage. So our opponent blocks. I think we're going to get to go ahead and 2 for 1 them with our removal here. Okay, opponent's going to go ahead and block that way. Perfect. We'll go ahead and pass priority. See if they're going to go ahead and try to pump, and they certainly are. And we're going to go ahead and vanquish this card, which is exactly what we wanted to do here. All right, go ahead and put our opponent down to 6, and we're looking pretty good for this game now. See if our opponent's able to draw anything this turn to kind of get back in the round. Okay, that's not really going to do too much. Okay. All right, more land for us. So go ahead and play our creature. We're going to go ahead and crew up. We'll send everybody in. And I think that's going to be the round here. All right, perfect. Okay, we'll see everyone back in the final round. Hello everyone, welcome to our final round. Opponent won the die roll. Looks like we've got a 1-drop, 2-drop, no black sources, but I think this is a fine keep. We do definitely need to hit a black source. Oh, so we've got a 1, 2, and 3-drop. Yeah, this is pretty good. We should be able to get a few points of damage in with the Shrinekeeper. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to hit a black source. We got a lot of gas in hand if we can just hit a swamp here. Sailor means. Okay, well that shuts down our Fire Shrinekeeper, not a problem. Okay, still no swamp. I don't think we have any attacks here. No. We can go ahead and send this guy in, see how they block. They do have to double block, so at least we'll go ahead and get their 1/1 off the table. And that card is kind of hard to deal with when you have a lot of removal spells. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and get our Raptor out. Now we do have attacks again. Frenzy Raptor, okay. Still no land here. I don't think we have any attacks. We'll go ahead and pass. Nothing from our opponent. Okay, we'll have to send it back to our opponent. We really need to hit a land drop here, preferably a swamp. Okay, our opponent's just passing. Okay, well, the knight's something. You know, it is turned on by the fact we have the dino in play, but it still doesn't really do too much for our board. Still nothing from our opponent. Maybe they're just drawing a lot of land. Not sure. We did hit our swamp, so we can go ahead and get aggressive here. However, our opponent wants to block. We'll probably trade with the knight, which is fine. We want to go ahead and get that raptor off the board. Alright, let's go ahead and play our swamp. We'll play the interloper. Have a couple menace creatures here, so hopefully we can start getting some damage in. Yeah. I mean, this isn't a swamp. We can't cast it right away, but I would feel pretty bad about putting this in the graveyard. This is just such a good piece of removal. Plus, we still have plays next turn. We have the Buccaneers. They're going to bounce their card. Okay, this allows them to draw a card. Okay, okay. Alright, they'll take a damage for that. Wow. Opponent has Star of Extinction. That completely wrecks our hand. Alright. Well, that's a thing. Okay, back to our opponent. Makeshift munitions. I've got some treasure tokens. Okay, this is an interesting deck. Okay, good. We got our swamp again. So, our opponent has a big brick on the board. We're going to play the Buccaneers. I mean, we're not going to attack with this Skullduggery. I don't think that's not really going to do anything. We really need another swamp for our contempt here. Or just to cast really anything. Horncrest. Okay, that's not a terrible draw. That will get through the sentries. Of course, it's kind of the 2-turn plan, but don't have much of any other plans for right now. Shorekeeper. Alright, lots of chump blockers. Looks like our opponent's just playing kind of red-blue control-ish. Arcana Blast, that's a good draw. I guess we can attack with everything, see how they block. Gonna chump there, take 5. Do we want to blast the Shorekeeper? And it does represent 3 cards, I think so. Oh wait. Okay, our opponent wants the 3 cards. And then they're going to go ahead and throw a token, clear out our Buccaneers. Yeah, perhaps we shouldn't have attacked there, but we really don't have much else we're doing in our hand. Got both of our Scoundrels. We can play the Interloper here. No, let's just play the Scoundrels. Again, this isn't fantastic. Our opponent can... It's not great to give our opponent treasure tokens at this point. Okay, they're going to hold up the Shorekeeper, I guess, just to chump. And then go ahead and draw 3 cards off of. So we have to attack with the Scoundrels to get any damage in. They're just going to chump with the Shorekeeper. Well, actually, they'll probably block with the sentries. That's not a good situation for us here. Yeah, I don't think we have any attacks right now. Let's just get the other Scoundrels out, see if we can get enough aggression on the board to make a difference. My opponent's just gassing up their hand big time. We can hit another swamp. That'll be pretty decent. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's pretty good. So our opponent takes our creature, throws it at our Scoundrels, throws all their tokens to get their tokens back. Oh my goodness. They're kind of going off with the makeshift munitions. Haven't really seen anyone play that card, but it's pretty good for our opponent right now. Same situation. I mean, we can attack and go ahead and sure strike this guy, but they're just going to throw all their tokens at it. Guess we can play the Pyromancer here. It's probably better. And they're still going to throw it at our Scoundrels and get tokens. Yeah, this isn't looking great for us. Our opponent has just so much... Oh goodness, Vanquish the Weak. They got Jace now. That's a very interesting deck from our opponent here. Alright, so now they can start cranking out creatures and throwing them. They got a ton of tokens. Okay, they're just going to go ahead and counter our Sun Crown. I don't know how we're going to get back in this game here. Now, our opponent doesn't have they're not representing a lot of damage for their attacks, but they can just keep cranking out creatures here. The Goblin, well, the Goblins. Oh my goodness. Okay. Really can't do anything but cast a Hoarder. They're just going to throw a token at this guy, I would assume. Okay. Opponent's going to draw some more cards. Go ahead and do a little looting. Wow. They've got the Trove here. Now we have to attack every turn. And they're going to get an additional token each turn, each one of their turns. Yeah, there's really no way we're going to win this. Let's go ahead and move to sideboarding here. They got way too much damage on the board. I mean, we're essentially dead on board right now. They're just going to attack the ring, throw it at us. So, what do we want to sideboard here? I guess we take out the Fire Chunky, but that doesn't do very much. The Heartstopper is a little better for us in this game because it can kind of push through their big blockers. We probably need to take the Scoundrels out, but they're really all only aggressive creatures. Let's throw the Robber in here, see if we can just get a little more aggressive against our opponent. Try to get them in the early game before they go off later. And this is a fine keep. We have aggressive 2-drop. We've got, I mean, it's probably a slower hand, but if we had a couple sources here, we'll be pretty good. Okay. And here, you know, we're probably fine trading the Nest Robber for this guy, because again, this guy just shuts down all of our removal. Alright, perfect. And we got a land, so. Alright, there's your munitions. Yeah, no plays from us this turn. We got Vanquish the Weak. Okay, it doesn't do much against the Raptor. There's our Scoundrels. Probably just play the Interloper if our opponent doesn't play another creature. I don't think we want the Heartstopper here. Maybe we'll play the Sentries and we can... Another Raptor. Looks like our opponent's going to be playing aggro this game. I think we're going to take the damage, see what we draw. Now I think we can play the Scoundrels, but we're probably... No, let's hold up Vanquish. Yeah, we're going to have to block here. We can't take 8 damage this turn. See if our opponent plays another creature. Yeah, we'll probably Vanquish this guy. Just keep their hand the way it is for now. Okay, well, I guess we'll play the Scoundrels here. Probably going to have to take 4 again, because I'm not too keen on giving our opponent any more treasure tokens. Yeah. We're fine to take the 4. Nothing else from our opponent. Land drop. That's actually a fine draw there. Go ahead and play the... okay. So we're not getting the Legion. So yeah, I guess we're going to go ahead and get in for 4. Yeah, our opponent's very control-y here. Yeah, I think we'll have to go to 4 here. Alright, now we can Dark Nourish their Raptor and go ahead and get aggressive. Probably want to do that before combat in case they have a combat trick, or a counterspell I should say. Or we can just kind of defend here. I think I like that better. Yeah, let's just get defensive for a turn. Okay, no attacks from our opponent. That's good for us. Contract Killing's not really doing too much. Now I think we go ahead and Dark Nourish. If our opponent doesn't have anything against this, we're going to be able to get Spell Pierce. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to go ahead and attack here. We're not doing anything else. And this will at least put our Scoundrels online. Alright, a couple points of damage. Pyromancer. That's fine. Go ahead and get a few points of damage against our opponent. You know, this will, throw a couple more at them. Just need to get as much in as quickly as possible before they throw Star of Extinction out here. Okay. Alright, we got that one. Our opponent just ran out of gas in hand, so I think we probably... Yeah, I probably want to take the Scoundrels out, but I think we just need to be as aggressive as possible against our opponent here to really be able to win this game, and the Scoundrels are going to allow us to do that, even though they do punish us late game, since our opponent's running the munitions. I think that's fine. We're going to send this back. Okay. So we've got a 2-drop, 4-drop, we got a piece of removal. Yeah, this is fine, keep. Okay. There's some munitions. They must have 3 or 4 copies of this card. Go ahead and get our knight down. Okay, nothing from our opponents, which we are fine with. Go ahead and get a couple points. Perfect. Okay. See what our opponent has. Still nothing from our opponent. So yeah, we'll see if Buccaneers go ahead and try to get... Okay, I'm not going to get too aggressive. Our opponent went and countered that, so we'll get a couple more points here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get in our 2. And we'll go ahead and play our Dire Fleet here. And another land. It's fine. And we can play everything in our deck now. I'm going to go ahead and return our creature. Get our first treasure token for munitions, so that's kind of shuts down any of our 1 toughness guys. Vanquish the weak. Okay, our opponent's just controlling the board pretty well here. So we can play the Knight again. Maybe we play the Knight and the Tormentor and the Heartstopper here. Just try to get as much damage on board as possible. Again, we don't want our opponent to play any of their huge removal spells. We don't want them to Starve Extinction us again. And just going to go ahead and gas up their hand, that's fine. We can get a few points of damage here. The Horncrest, that's a pretty good draw. All right, let's go ahead and get in. Get our opponent down to 9. Go ahead and play the Horncrest. See if they counter this. No? Okay. We're looking pretty good. Oh my goodness. Okay, they have the Star of Extinction. Well, there's really no reason why we would have held back the Horncrest there. You know, that not exactly something you want to sandbag. Alright, so let's see what our opponent has. And the Raptor. Now they're going to start getting aggressive. Got the Firebrand here. Guess we can go ahead and Fire Cannon Blast the Raptor. It's going to throw it at us. That's fine. We'll play the Firebrand here. Actually, with all of our mana sources, this card's going to be decently aggressive. Plunderers. That combos very well in their deck. I think we're probably going to go ahead and remove that. Let's see if this is going to get countered. No, they are going to bounce it though. Alright, so we really can't attack this turn. Maybe we should have attacked first. Yeah. They only make 1 treasure token a turn. Now they're going to get aggressive on us. Okay. Vanquish the weak. That's a decent draw. We can use it. Maybe we want to use this at end of turn when they make the treasure token. We can do it in response. I mean, they left up 4. I mean, they're obviously going to make the token end of turn. That's probably the play there. With that said, we really can't attack. Yeah, let's see if they make their treasure token. Excellent. Okay, that's exactly what we want. Go ahead and get that off the board. That's going to become just a huge problem. Okay, what does our opponent have? Hopefully not a second Star of Extinction. Okay, Dreadnought's not a bad draw. It does turn our Firebrand on here. Nope, it's going to get Spell Pierced. Alright, our opponent's just shutting down all of our plays. Got a lot of removal, but nothing really worth using it on right now. More gas for the Firebrand. Suppose we could just go ahead and attack, see how our opponent blocks. Maybe we can Skullduggery. Alright. We can Skullduggery to save our creature. And we're going to need to pump this guy. Oh, he's going to go ahead and throw him at us. Yeah, just going to go ahead and throw him at us here. Oh, no, they're going to go ahead and throw him at our Firebrand with the token and clear that out. Okay, so we're completely shut down. Let's see what our opponent has. And there's Jace. Well, I'm glad we saved the Contempt. You know, one of the few times you're going to get rid of a Planeswalker. Let's play our land first in case they have any... Okay, good. In case they have any counters here, we'll be able to pay the 4. Alright, so we just need to draw some gas. You know, we're not on a... Okay, Scoundrels is fine. Not great if they start cranking out any treasure tokens, however. Shorekeeper, okay, that's a big brick. That's going to be able to gas up their hand with that. We might want to Dark Nourish the Shorekeeper here. See how our opponent blocks. Let me go ahead and chump. Do we want to Dark Nourish? No, maybe we'll hold this up, see if we can go to their face with it. We'll do this end of turn. The Raptor. Probably going to have to Dark Nourish the Raptor. Yeah, we have no attacks if not. I mean, they're still going to block this turn. And, well, actually, they don't have enough mana to block and sacrifice. Yeah, okay, they'll go ahead and throw that at us. So we'll be able to get in 4 damage. Land is not what we want to see for our draws here. Got our opponent to 5. Now they'll be able to chump, draw their 3 cards. Okay, let's see what they have here. And they're gonna hijack our scoundrels. Yeah, that might be it for us here. That's really only our aggression. They're gonna be able to throw the scoundrels at us. We get the treasure tokens, but you know that doesn't really do anything for us. Okay. Now they have the Trove in play. They're gonna be able to start getting tokens each turn. They're gonna be able to regas their hand now. Sun Crown's not a bad draw for us because it's probably gonna represent 2 damage unless they have another hijack. Okay, they got the Goblin here. I mean, we're going to have to attack every turn. So we're going to attack. I'm assuming our opponent's just going to block. They're going to throw that at us. Oh no, they're going to just sack the tokens. Go ahead and draw the cards. Makes sense. Okay, they regas their hand. Yeah, let's just be able to... Now they can play creatures. They can chump each turn. They're going to be able to throw the tokens. Right now on... Wow. Oh my goodness. They make 2 tokens each turn. Okay, our opponent put us to 9 here. You're going to get 2 treasure tokens. Let's see, we draw our swamp. So we're going to have to attack this turn. Our opponent has 4 tokens, 3 creatures. That's 7 damage, puts us at 2. On their turn, they're going to be able to get 2 more treasure tokens and put us exactly at 0. Yeah, so we're going to have to go ahead and just attack with our raptors here. Suppose if our opponent doesn't throw 1 creature at us, we have an extra turn to live. No, they're going to go ahead and throw the creature at us. Okay, yep. So looks like our opponent's going to go ahead and get this game. They'll be able to finish us off on their turn. Kind of a really interesting deck. I haven't played against a deck or seen any other decks like our opponent has here, but it worked quite well. I liked our deck though. I was pretty aggressive. You know, black-red, a lot of quick creatures, a lot of fast damage, good removal. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. If you did, hit that like button. Let me know you enjoyed watching it. If you'd like to see more videos from me, certainly hit that subscribe button. And we will see you in our next draft.